All right, guys, good morning. And today we're going to go over the study guide for Unit 2, the American Revolution. Your test is going to be Friday, October 2nd, 2020. And I just want to go over this study guide with you. That way you can have the answers. And I want you to really take this seriously, okay? So as I go through this, know that I'm doing this to help you. Okay, you can use this on your test that you will have that will be on Google Forms located in your Google Classroom. Okay, so first off, we talk about the French and Indian War that's going to take place before we get into the Revolution. It's actually going to lay the groundwork for the American Revolution. So, number one, what countries participated in the French and Indian War? Okay, that's going to be three. Okay, the main ones obviously is going to be France and Great Britain, but the third one will be Spain. Number two, what was the significance of the 1763 Treaty of Paris? Okay, this treaty said that France would give up all of its land in Canada and all the way west to the Mississippi River. Number three, how did the French and Indian War and the 1763 Treaty of Paris lay the groundwork for the American Revolution? Okay, this is what began the anger between the colonists and Great Britain. Okay, so the colonists fought for Great Britain. Okay, and then after the war, they start having to pay taxes. Okay, they can't go west of the proclamation line of 1763. So it's going to lay the groundwork, meaning it's going to start talking about the different things that happens, such as taxes, such as being told what to do, and that's the colonist. Okay, number four. What's the significance of the Proclamation of 1763? Okay, so this proclamation said that all colonists could not go west of the Appalachian Mountains. Okay, they had to use it as a natural barrier. Okay, and they did this because they didn't want the colonists getting into another war or another fight with the Native Americans who were still in the Ohio River Valley. Okay, the area that's west of the Appalachian Mountains. Number five, what was the significance of the Stamp Act? Okay, the Stamp Act put a tax on anything, any type of printed goods. Okay, so paper. Number six, what was the significance of the Intolerable Acts? Okay, the Intolerable Acts come about after what we know as the Boston Tea Party. Okay, the Boston Tea Party, we dump a lot of tea into the water. We're also tarring and feathering a lot of the British officials. So, in response to that, they say we're going to pass intolerable acts, which means we're going to put a lot more taxes on you guys, but we're also going to allow our soldiers to just come stay in your house, take over your house, whatever. Okay, so that Great Britain comes in and takes over the lives of the colonists. Number seven, list two colonial groups that were created as a response to the proclamation of 1763, the Stamp Act, and the Intolerable Acts. Okay, that's going to be the Sons of Liberty and the Daughters of Liberty. Okay, it's also going to be the Committees of Correspondence. Okay, so number eight, define the Committee of Correspondence. This is a group, okay, of different people within the 13 colonies. Okay, there's people, in Georgia, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, all those places that are writing letters back and forth to each other. Okay, this is dangerous because they're not allowed to be doing this. Okay, this is treason. Okay, and they're treasonous people talking about things against Great Britain. But this allowed the colonies to stay connected, okay, to understand what was going on in different parts of the colonies in regards to Great Britain. The Sons and Daughters of Liberty. So the Sons of Liberty, okay, they use a lot of intimidation tactics to scare British officials. They're responsible for the Boston Tea Party. They're responsible for tarring and feathering British officials. Okay, but they're to us they are like the good guys. Okay, they're the patriots. Okay, they're the ones who are going to start the fight for revolution. The Daughters of Liberty are going to be women who support the cause of revolution, and they're going to make a lot of clothes. That way, we can boycott Great Britain. That way, we don't have to buy their products. Number 10, who wrote the pamphlet Common Sense? That would be Thomas Paine. Number 11, what was the significance of Thomas Paine's pamphlet Common Sense? Okay, so the significance of it is he literally lays the groundwork for how an American should think. Okay, we went from being colonists to now calling ourselves Americans because that's what we want to be. Okay, and so he's going to tell people why are we paying taxes to somebody 3,000 miles away? Why are we letting them come into our homes and stay and sleep in our beds? Okay. Have some common sense and understand that we shouldn't be ruled by somebody that lives that far away. So, because of this, later on in that year, we're going to have the Declaration of Independence signed, okay, July 4th, 1776. Okay, the group that helped write the Declaration of Independence is the Committee of Five. Okay, the Committee of Five is going to be, I'll show you real quick. It's going to be Thomas Jefferson, okay, who will become a president, John Adams, who will become a president, Ben Franklin, okay, he's one of the more notable ones, John Livingston, and Roger Sherman. Okay, understand that Thomas Jefferson, okay, he will be the father of the Declaration. Okay, so what individual influenced Thomas Jefferson and the Committee of Five when writing the Declaration of Independence? His name is John Locke. Okay, he is a English Enlightenment thinker. Okay, who come up with two things. Okay, natural rights and social contract. Okay, natural rights are our right to have life, liberty, and property. Okay, now this is kind of contradictory because property at this time could also mean slavery. Okay, but Thomas Jefferson is going to write life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Okay, that's what we have in America. Okay, but it's based off John Locke's idea of natural rights. Okay, number 17. What was the significance of John Locke's social contract? Okay, so his social contract says that we as citizens should hold our government accountable, and the government too shall hold us accountable. Okay, but we have to keep each other in check. Okay, how did Benjamin Franklin and John Adams impact the American Revolution? So they are going to be diplomats, which means they are going to be representatives for the United States or the colonies at this time in France, and they have to persuade France to join and help us fight a war against Great Britain. Okay, honestly, if we never had the help of France, we probably wouldn't have won the war. Okay, number 19. What was the role of George Washington in the American Revolution? Okay, he is going to be the general of the Continental Army. Okay, he's the main guy. Number 20, what was the significance of Baron von Steuben? Baron von Steuben is going to be a Prussian man who gets hired on, okay, and he is going to help reshape, okay, how we train our soldiers, how our soldiers maintain cleanliness, okay, and how our soldiers boost their morale. Okay, he's going to come in after Valley Forge. Okay, what was the significance of Marquis de Lafayette? Marquis de Lafayette is a French soldier, okay, who's going to lead many battles throughout the Revolutionary War, and he fights alongside General Washington. Okay, so talking about Valley Forge, okay, about Baron von Steuben time. Okay, Valley Forge is going to be a very desolate place, which means it's going to be bad. It's cold, it's freezing, and this is where the Continental Army has to spend their winter from 77 to 78. Okay, 1777 to 78. Okay, and a lot of men are going to die. Okay, they get smallpox. They don't have a lot of clothes. Okay, they're going to die from starvation. Okay, and it really takes a toll on the Continental Army. Okay, but because of Valley Forge, because of von Steuben, these men actually rally together, and they're going to later on. It's going to lead to success in the Revolutionary War. Number 23. What was the geographic significance of the Battle of Trenton? Okay, so the Battle of Trenton is going to be where George Washington crosses the Delaware. Okay, I don't know if you've ever heard of that. Okay, but the reason it's important, okay, is because it was a nighttime attack. It was actually on Christmas night, okay, in 1776. And he's going to cross the Delaware, and he's going to attack the Hessians. Now, the Hessians are hired soldiers that Great Britain had sent here. Okay, and then we surprise attack them, we beat them. Okay, now number 24. What was the geographic significance of the Battle of Saratoga? Okay, so the Battle of Saratoga is basically the retaking of New York. Okay, and the reason that this battle is so important is because it allows France to see that we can actually win. We can actually do this. So it actually gives them the confidence to actually join us. Okay, so this battle is going to allow France to see that we have some kind of momentum, so it gets them to join us. Okay, Yorktown. Okay, the Battle of Yorktown, number 25. Okay, this is where Cornwallis. okay, General Cornwallis Fort, Great Britain will surrender to the Continental Army. Okay, and this is the end of it. Okay, so number 26, the role of women during the American Revolution. They're going to travel with the armies. Okay, the women are going to make sure that they're cooking. Okay, they're cleaning. Okay, they're helping be nurses. They're taking care of the soldiers. They're sewing up uniforms. Okay, anything that they can do in that way, they do. Okay, um, the role of American Indians during the American Revolution. Okay, look, many of them sided with Great Britain because they didn't want any more of their land to be taken away. Okay, even though Great Britain had it, okay, they didn't want the colonists to be moving into their land. Now, some Indians fought on the American side, okay, but many of them fought with the British. Number 28, what was the role of enslaved and free blacks during the American Revolution? Okay, now, they fought in the Revolution. Okay, they say there's like 5 to 6 thousand that fought in the American Revolution on the side of the Americans because they seen it as a chance to expand their freedoms. Now, does that actually happen? No. Okay, but the idea of it during the revolution, during the idea that we're all equal, okay, it made them want to fight. Okay. Number 29, what was the significance of the Treaty of Paris? Okay, the Treaty of Paris established that we had the rights to all of America. We gained our independence. We no longer were owned by Great Britain. Guys, I hope this helps you. Please use it, okay, during your test as a resource, okay, and also use it to study. Okay, thank you, and y'all have a good day.